Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the Berenstain's bear house. This is the amount of space required to make your house. Feel free to make this grid in your world if you do feel as though it will help you out. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Step 1, if you have made the grid, come all the way over to the front left hand corner of it and count to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then inwards 1, 2. Begin by placing 5 oak wood in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, behind and to the right, place 2 more oak woods. Extend backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind and to the left, place 2 oak wood. 1, 2. Extend left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, forwards and left, place 2 oak wood. 1, 2. Extend down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then join all the way back to the beginning to create a circular-ish shape. The next thing we want to do is we want to extend the entire circle upwards by 10 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then go all the way around and extend the entire base up by the exact same amount. With the trunk of the tree complete, we can now work on the leaves. So, on top of the front of the, top of the trunk of the tree, place a set of oak leaves. And extend the leaves to the right so they overhang the side of this row of oak wood by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do the same on the left as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we then want to do is on the right side, take the 6th block and extend it upwards by 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend left by 2. 1, 2. Up 1. Left 2. Up 1. Left by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then extend down. Left 2. 1, 2. Down. Left 2. And then just extend all the way down to connect all the way back to where we, pretty much-ish started. So now that we have done that, we now want to add a little bit of depth to the actual leaf section. So we're going to extend the bottom row of the leaves outwards, except for the very left row and the very right row. Now, the idea here is we want to place a row of leaves around the inside of the previous layer of leaves, as you can see here. So we're adding depth and shape to our build, like this. And then we want to add another layer of leaves inside of that. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, so if for some reason you accidentally place a block where you shouldn't, it's not the end of the world, it doesn't matter too much, but it should be fairly easy to get the same sort of shape. The next thing we are going to do is, once again, we are going to extend the bottom row of leaves out of the bottom here. And then we are simply just going to fill the shape that is left by the empty space in. So we extend the entire bottom row outwards except for the left and right, and we just want to fill the shape in above. And that gives us a very simple leaf structure that will be made a lot better with details later on. So the next thing to do, and this is really easy, is we simply extend the leaves backwards until they sit on the back row of oak wood, and then we copy the shape that we have previously And you can do that literally just by looking at the front and copying the exact same shape that we made. If not, if in doubt, you can always refer back to the previous part of the tutorial. So after making the exact same shape with the leaves on the back as you did the front, we simply have to connect the front and the back of the leaves together at the top, at the bottom, on the sides, so it forms a nice enclosed shape. You don't have to fill the center of the leaves in, but you could if you wanted to make the leaves a little bit more of a solid color, but it looks fine either way. Next, we will add some windows to our tree. So, on the front of our tree, we want to come all the way down to the bottom middle, move one block up, and place a crimson plank in front of this block. Upside down crimson stairs on the left and right side. 3 rows of light blue glass on top of the crimson. And then, as a matter of fact, we want to extend this window outwards. So we're going to add another layer of the stairs and the crimson, and we'll hollow out the center, or you could leave it. It's up to you, actually. You could leave it, and we want to have the window protrude outwards an additional row. Then, on the top row of glass, we want to have the same thing. So we want to have crimson stairs on the ends, crimson slab in between, and then we'll just extend the center block upwards by an additional slab as well. Now, behind this, we simply just want to have a row of dirt, which we'll customize a little bit later, so this is going to sit just behind the crimson. Now, in the tree, we are going to carve out 3 rows of 3 empty space above where we just placed the dirt, and we're going to place light blue glass pane in this space instead, like so. Then, above the window, we'll place sideways facing crimson stairs on both sides, crimson slabs in between with a little crimson slab just poking out the top as well. So the next thing that we are going to do is customize the leaf area with our windows as well. There's quite a few of them. So, up at the top of the tree where the leaves begin, still kind of going with the finding the center block first. At the bottom, center part of the leaves, we want to move 1 row upwards and place a crimson plank. Place crimson stairs either side. 2 rows of light blue stained glass on top. Then crimson stairs either side. Crimson slabs in between, and then if you want, you can kind of just place a little slab above and below if you like that shape of window better. You might prefer it without the slab, as a matter of fact. It's kind of a personal choice. On the back of the build, we want to do the exact same thing. So if you come to the back, find the bottom center leaf, which should be this one, move 1 row upwards and place a crimson plank. Crimson stairs either side. Couple of rows of glass on top. Crimson stairs either side. Crimson plank in between. On the left and right sides of the build, we want to once again find the center block. Everything stems from the center. And we want to move not 1, but 2 rows upwards, place a glass, and then we'll place crimson planks on every single side of the glass with crimson stairs in each one of the corners, like this. On the opposite side, we want to do the same. So if we find the bottom center leaf, move 2 rows upwards, glass, and then crimson planks every single side of the glass, covering it all up. Crimson stairs in the corners, upside down and regular, until we have that. The next thing we're going to do is just add 2 little windows. These are towards the front of the build, and they are at the top front of the build, essentially, is where it is. So, what we want to do is on this row of leaves, we'll start on the left side, the row before the top, we want to move 2 rows inwards, place a light blue glass, crimson stairs either side, crimson slab on top, and extend, join it into the leaves. Do the same thing on the other side. So on the other side, we find the row of leaves before the top, 1, 2, glass, crimson stairs either side, slab on top, extend towards the center, which will give us this, and that is looking pretty good if I do say so myself. So now that we've added those windows, we are going to come to the right side of the tree, all the way down at the bottom, and we are going to find not this first block on this side, but we're going to move one row inwards and find the 6th block up. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark it out with a white concrete. Extend the white concrete to the right by 2. Place a door on the center. Place white concrete left and right of the door until it extends up above it and then joins together at the top. And then on the sides of the door frame, place crimson stairs. They can even extend out a row as well. Do the same above, so crimson stairs on top of the frame, extend it out. Crimson plank on top in between the two stairs. You can even flare it upwards with a slab as well. And then upside down crimson stairs in the two corners of the crimson stairs. We are then going to extend the bottom of the door or door frame outwards by 2 rows at the bottom, so 1 and 2. We're then going to extend the end, down, out, down, out, so on and so forth until we eventually hit the ground. So we just want to keep extending it down until it eventually reaches the ground like this. Using birch stairs, not only do we want to place birch stairs here, just behind these set of stairs, we want to place a set of birch stairs that joins the left and right sides of the walkway just down to the ground like this. And then on the left and right sides of this walkway here, we want to place birch fence to act as like little guardrails, like so. That's looking pretty good until we eventually get down to the bottom. Yeah, perfect. That looks great. And later on, we can customize this a little bit because we do have plenty of little details to do. But for now, we're going to come on to the opposite side. So on this side of the build, we once again want to come towards the front of the bottom of the long side, and we want to move 1 row backwards. On this occasion, we just have to move 1 row up, place a white concrete, extend it left by 2, a door on the center, white concrete left and right until it extends up and encases the door. We then want to create the same little roof above the door as we have on the opposite side using a mixture of crimson planks and slabs and stairs with the upside down stairs just in the 2 corners. We also want to extend the bottom out 1 row, down, 1 row. We then want to place a birch fence on the left and right sides to act as little guardrails again. And there we go, that is that side. However, there are more things to do. On this side, for instance, we want to make the tree look a little bit more tree-like. So in the corner here, we're just going to add like a row of oak wood just around the corner of the tree. And then we'll extend this back one upwards and out a couple of rows just to make it look a little bit random like this. We could even sneak one underneath the window section here. We want to do a similar thing at the back. You don't have to think too much about this. Just place a couple of oak woods kind of just around the base and do the same thing in this corner as well. So just like that, looks just fine. You could even extend it up a little bit higher. On the front right corner, we want to do the same thing again, so we'll add a couple here, one here, a couple extending out, just like that, nothing particular. So we have a bunch of details to add at this point, so I'm just going to grab en masse the stuff that I think that we need. So we'll need the oak fence, oak planks, oak trapdoor, yellow carpet, item frame. We'll need magenta carpet, lanterns, we'll need grass, and we also actually need, funnily enough, I completely forgot about this, is we also need crimson trapdoors. My bad. So, what shall we begin with? On this side, there is a letterbox. So, from the stairs here, just leaving a diagonal gap, so just out of the back of the stairs, diagonally here, we'll place an oak fence, oak plank on top, oak trapdoor, and there we have a little mailbox. So on the stairs, we are going to lay some magenta carpet all the way up to the top, extending towards the door. And we're also going to place lanterns just hanging off of the 2 crimson stairs as well. We are going to come towards the middle here and place grass on top of this dirt that we have behind the window, and crimson trapdoors flip downwards. There is a window box for this house, and that's what we are trying to emulate. On the opposite side over here, there is a birdhouse, so kind of just extending out diagonally from these stairs again, we'll place a couple of oak fence this time, oak planks, item frame in front, yellow carpet, and then that kind of semi-resembles a birdhouse without going into crazy detail. So the next... Oh, and also, we have to add the lanterns hanging off of the 2 stairs as well. So we're rapidly coming to the point where we don't have very much to do, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to grab the wooden shovel, or a shovel, it doesn't really matter, grass path also works, granite slab, podzol, bunch of tulips, grass, and those are every single colour of tulip by the way, and that should be that. So, underneath the big set of stairs, we come all the way towards the end, and this block here that first touches the ground, we place a granite slab, extend inwards diagonally by 2 towards you, extend left 2, and then extend back towards the middle diagonally. Do the same thing on the opposite side, so we start off with a single granite, and then a couple of diagonal slabs towards you, inwards by 2, and then we'll just join back to the tree here. We'll even add an additional one here as well. We are going to dig the center of this out, and we want to replace this grass with podzol, just because it looks a little better. Coarse dirt also works. Coarse dirt, of course, also works. But I really like podzol. There's something about the colour that I just really like. So in here, it's basically just like a little flower bed, but it looks a little bit more wild. So we're just placing all the bunch of different tulips, just kind of like arranged in no particular way, although it seems as though that I've kind of arranged them a little bit, but it's okay, that's fine. And just some grass in between, like that. You don't have to think about it too much, as long as it looks good, I'm happy. And last but not least, I'm going to just dig out the white concrete here, and with the wooden shovel, it'd be even better if this birch fence wasn't here, but I think it looks quite good. And with the wooden shovel, maybe we could try the coarse dirt, as a matter of fact. Maybe this might be a good opportunity to place it under here. Will that make it look a little bit better? I don't know. That might make it look worse. But the idea is that we simply just want to have grass path instead of just regular grass, just leading out from the entrances. We can't place grass path underneath the fence, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. I'd actually really like that. I wish that you could. Oh, and last but not least, there is a little circular window that kind of just shows onto this flower bed area here. So we take the center of the bottom of the tree, move 1 row upwards, destroy 3 rows extending upwards, extend the area left and right each by 1, and then fill the center in using light blue stained glass. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.